But yeah, anyway, as I was saying, as an ugly guy, you don't necessarily have any expectations of women wanting you.
Is Zumba.
At all. You have no expectations of a hand wanting you. So as a dude, you'll just be like, alright, sure, I'm just gonna do what I do, and yeah, well, I'm a Mac. If it works, or if it lands, it lands. If it doesn't, it doesn't, and I'm okay with that. Can't you attractive dudes? If it doesn't land, you're gonna come here and cry and all that fuck shit, bro.
Oh, genuine.
Yeah, pony. Tyrese. Yeah, what does this man say? What did he say? What did he say when he was crying?
Oh, I remember that shit. They're trying to take my babies. How you gonna do that for me? For me?
Wow,
Hey, call the like shower with me.
Yeah. And there was also that other hun, like from like the early or mid 2000s, or I don't know when it was. Leave Britney alone.
I remember that shit.
People were just no. You see, attractive niggas cry like Trey Songz did in that Smartphones music video.
Smartphones or what?
I'm gonna run to her. I think it was that song. Yeah, and that scene when he comes. Oh, I think when he comes back home, like, that's how this man was crying. That's literally what I heard, bro. I know Ken and I are just busy having a convo about how, as a dude, it doesn't matter whether you're ugly or not. Do your thing, my G. Because attractive dudes, the girls have told us, they would say, no, the attractive dudes don't really have game like that because they expect girls to flock to them. And at the end of the day, you are still a man.
Yeah.
You still have two hands.
Play your role.
You need to do what you need to do. You can't expect the prey to come to you. Never days.
And I don't know. Yeah, it is a pretty boy thinking, man.
Mentality would say, I know this hand's gonna come to me.
I never thought about yeah, thank God I'm ugly. Thank God I'm ugly. I'm not entitled.
Hey yo, but no, let's start the show.
Let's get it on.
Welcome to the Let Me Mansplain Podcast, where everything goes just as long as you can mansplain it.
Yikes.
I know today we're in the trap. You're chilling with Wesley Sniper, shoot him from a distance like Roberto Carlos.
There we go. And digeleli isendile kankabinde inzala abantu kamfoka Bevela Slech impisa ngenamngani uKA.N.E ikhafulela mangise azamkhokhela imali yawo. Yes, we are in this bitch.
Yeah, so for Bavarian J Outi, man's got a little ankle injury or dead leg injury. He'll be back though next week for the match.
Next week.
He's in training. You know how it goes. Men are always back in training. We can't let dudes just sit at home and watch TV.
Substitute.
Exactly. So I know man's is in training. But say happy Easter. Or was it, when is Easter, man?
Wasn't it yesterday?
Today's what, the 3rd?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, you'll be hearing this by Tuesday, but yeah, this is like the Easter weekend, and people, and in terms of COVID, it's actually going to be even harder for people or people with their families to come and join together, or people to go to church and all that shit. My question is, let's just say the capacity of a church is like 50,000. Who the fuck do they decide is at 50,000? Okay, let me not say 50,000. That's like a large-ass church. Let's say 50 people.
But there are churches like
let's say 5,000. Who are those special 5,000 people that are allowed to come to the church?
I don't think that they'd even max it out because of COVID, but I see your point now. Who's like the important ones are going to
exactly. Who is that 5,000 where?
I guess they're the chosen ones.
Bro, because I was actually thinking about something that was so deep about what's this Easter? That's I was thinking about J. Cole's song Miss America, and Mans was like, Granny broke cause she always giving bread to the church. And I was like, why the fuck did that double entendre only hit me now?
They break bread.
So the reason why religious leaders are mad as shit now is because they can't make bread to split on April Fools. Since April Fools on Easter. But
same diff.
They can't really make bread to split on.
But that was a bar.
Yes, Granny broke because they always giving bread to the church.
What you just said.
What did I say?
That was a bar.
When I say that,
you called Easter April Fools.
Shh.
Ooh.
Drop that one time.
I give you it. I give it to you.
I actually want to get my point now. Like, that was an accident, because in my opinion, bro, like, this whole, as we actually celebrating, not really celebrating, and I don't mean to offend anyone, but also I don't care at the same time. But we're not really celebrating. We're celebrating something we don't know. Like,
Yeah,
we've never seen, never heard. You know what I'm saying? I don't like that thing of, that's just basically how I move in terms of my faith. I believe in God first and foremost, but I don't believe in man-made things like church.
Yeah,
that's a difference. Like, churches are not for me. I feel as if back in the day, whenever I was sitting in church, everything sounded logical to me. Nothing sounded like a miracle that would switch my life. It sounded like, hey, if I did this, I could be really good at this too, because I'm a logical dude, or I feel like I'm a logical dude.
it's kind of like when people are trying to bullshit you with the Bible. You kind of like, nah.
Hey, I'm a JW.
Oh, Jehovah's Witness. Oh my gosh.
Bro, those dudes will follow. Yes, we need to get restraining orders against these dudes.
Yeah. I've lived across them my whole life because there's like a Jehovah's Witness right across from my house. But like, bruh, they are super annoying. No offense to all our Jehovah's Witness listeners, but you guys are fucking annoying.
Shame.
You guys are really annoying.
Why do you guys follow us home? That's just my question.
Yo, bruh, that's creepy as shit. Have you seen that shit though?
Bruh. Because that's some crazy shit. I'm sure if it wasn't COVID, they'd be out in the streets right now. They would be out in the streets going door to door. That's the only way COVID actually did a good deed for us.
But you know what's funny about them? They don't pray.
Oh,
I found this out one time when we were like, my mom played a trick. My mom is evil, bro. She called them in. She calls them in. And then she's like, okay, Laika Satandas, which means, loosely translated, in this house we pray, right? And then, because they were just trying to give us Bible study. And she was like, no, let's pray first. And they were like, no, we don't want to pray. We just want to study the Bible. She was like, yes, I understand that. But let's pray first. We'll pray first. And they were like, no, we don't pray. Uma was like, you don't pray?
What kind of Christians don't pray?
Oh, that's why my mom was like, I throw them out, bro.
So why don't they pray? Do you know?
I don't know. I don't understand that.
That's so weird. Yes,
That is super weird. That's super weird, bro. But they don't pray.
But remember as a kid, when you were in church and it was time to eat the flesh of Jesus and drink the blood of Jesus.
Homie always got hyped because that was your first sip.
LJ crackers and wine.
Oh, that wine.
Oh, not even wine. It was also grapefruit. Oh, grape juice. Sorry.
Nah,
grape
my
juice.
nigga, they used to feed us wine in
They gave you wine.
It's called Maltana Foods. I still remember it.
Issue.
Bruh, that shit is hard. It is hot. Yo, it's hot stuff.
You were a kid though.
Yeah.
You were a kid. For us, it was grape juice, yo. And at some stage, maybe at like the age of 5 or 6, I was like, why am I eating the flesh of Jesus? Why am I drinking the blood of Jesus?
I was asking the same question.
It wasn't even a deep question. It was like, I thought it's like, oh no, they baked it and they put it in the
Bro,
crackers.
I really thought it was Jesus. We were eating Jesus. Like, we cut him up into pieces. But then the one thing that always got me was like, how big was Jesus? Because people been eating a lot of pieces of Jesus.
Is this not low-key cannibalism, but hey? It's low-key cannibalism to me because I'm like, we're eating the blood and we're drinking the blood and eating the flesh. Are we vampires now?
I'm a vampire.
I'm a vampire. Coming out to Edward Cullen.
Oh,
Twilight.
I'm black.
Bro. Yeah, Twilight. Yeah, everyone knows that movie, Twilight. But
yeah, I know. Team Jacob.
No, Jacob was a wolf.
I'm Team Jacob.
Oh, you Team Jacob.
Yes,
a wolf or whatever they are. Wolverine, I don't... Okay,
whatever
the same
fuck
thing.
they were. It's the same thing,
But,
right?
yeah, wolf and an animal like that. But dude, as the April or Easter weekend has always been one of the most busiest times in the year. And we don't understand why.
Yeah.
It's actually a marketing strategy. Like every other holiday, like Halloween, like Thanksgiving, like Christmas. It's all a strategy. Because in Christmas, they say Jesus was born, celebrate. Easter, they say Jesus was resurrected on this week, or died and resurrected, or came back to life this weekend. Celebrates it.
Yeah.
What more Jesus holidays do we need? And they said, he probably wasn't even born on the 25th of December. That's what they said.
I think most of the... Do you actually know that the Bible is backwards?
Okay.
The dates, not like the things.
The events.
The events.
Okay.
The events are kind of backwards.
Mansplain.
Okay, think about it this way. They say that Jesus died in, was it winter? Yes, Jesus died in winter.
What if in Europe, when
Africa, Jesus is from Africa.
wasn't he in Bethlehem?
Where's Bethlehem?
Bethlehem, isn't that not in
Africa, nigga.
whoa,
Get your shit together.
Wait, where's Bethlehem?
It's in the middle, bruh. It's in the middle of Africa. Israel.
Oh, no, Israel is not. It's a European country.
How am I? Ha!
We can
Bro,
check Google.
Israel.
It's a European country. Or Asian. Asian or European. We can
No
Google.
way, bro.
Israel's not in Africa.
If it can be Middle Eastern, but that's
Yes,
the most
Middle
it could.
Eastern.
That's the
Middle
most it
Eastern,
can be, but
yes.
it can't be European.
Not European. Yeah, Middle Eastern is the right.
Okay, fine.
Right,
Even
sorry.
if it is Middle Eastern, how is it snowing in the Middle East in December?
No, that's what I was asking. The question is, okay, was it in Europe or like where was it? And then I thought properly. Okay, cool. But you said it was winter. Did they say it was snowing?
Yeah, winter. Yes, there was snow in Busan.
Did they say there was snow when he was born?
No, not when he was born.
Oh,
Ngalesikhathi sefa kwakhithika.
when he died, it snowed.
Yeah. Oh, last baby. Where last baby?
No, I don't. Not that much. I'll be fully honest. I don't know. the Bible like that.
and did some funny things when Jesus died, apparently.
But of course, that's because he's not a normal person, or he wasn't a normal person. Oh, Matt, in a story, you're gonna tell me
it's a story. At the end of the day,
in green
it's a
eggs
story.
and ham. In green eggs and ham, you're gonna tell me what's
the
staring.
Bible to green.
I'm not equating.
It is.
I'm just saying what's in green eggs and ham. I don't know who was there. Was it Sam or
Dr. Seuss?
or no? Like the characters in the book.
Oh yeah, I see that.
I don't know if it was Sam or something, but the listeners will correct me. In fucking green eggs and ham, you can't tell me that he's staring of green eggs and ham, and he decided to or he wasn't hyped up to that level. So in the Bible, staring will always be hyped up. It would say Vele when he died in a place that it never snows, it snowed.
Homie made it snow.
Bruh. Made it snow, no coke. You know what I'm saying?
This is the one nigga who always, like, whenever this nigga's around, like, magical shit happens. We had no alcohol. Boom, boom, boom. One,
Boom,
two,
boom,
three.
water to wine.
This homie's the one.
Aye,
He's the one, man.
no, but it's actually kind of deep because I know the two of us, we consider the Bible to be a fairy tale.
It is.
For me personally, I feel like it's a fairy tale.
I just don't get it.
Let me quickly mansplain, because at the same time, how are you going to sell something with no entertainment? How are you going to sell something to us and it's not... I know, put that one there. Dude, how are you going to sell something and say, oh, no, Adam and Eve came into the world, they fucked, they had children, incest, the whole civilization was born.
But here's my thing. Back to religion. My thing with these the people, religious people, is
Yeah.
how for me it's like it baffles me how you've never seen Jesus, you've never seen there's no proof for any of this. Okay, cool. I'm not saying that there's proof of aliens, but people have been throwing aliens at your face for so many years.
And you believe it.
Exactly. Or some people won't even believe it.
Majority don't.
But they believe in a fairy tale.
Well, okay, that's different for me. I was actually thinking about this morning, in terms of like the Bible, when you think back, or let's just say one of the scriptures in the Bible says you need to respect your parents, your mother and your father, so that your days in heaven can be extended. Direct translation. If you know, you know. South African listeners know. If you know, you know. You need to respect both your parents so that your days in heaven can get extended, or for you to stay long in heaven, or for you to live a fulfillment of
And not
eternity.
heaven, it's actually longevity on life.
Basically. Yeah. Actually, you explained it properly. I was directly translating. You have a better, or you live a better life, something like that. I understand that because that's the base of respect. That's the core of respect in a household. That those certain qualities. That's what I say. I can pick certain qualities from the Bible. And use them in my life. Because my dad told me, no matter what you're going through, open the Bible. Whatever scripture you read, you can apply it to your life.
Something, there's always something for someone, but I feel like that's the truth in everything. Like,
yes,
in almost all things. Like in a movie. Like, have you ever watched a trash movie, but then there's like a second of it where it's like someone said something so real and you're like, damn, That was hard.
Exactly.
I can't ignore that. I never liked your
Exactly.
character. I don't like this whole show, but you were right there.
Exactly. So when you now get to the scriptures that say, love your neighbor as you love yourself,
Love thy neighbor.
love thy neighbor as you love thyself, something along those lines. So where did the stereotype of Christians being so judgmental come from when the Bible tells you don't judge?
Okay, but here's the thing. How can I not judge? You see, this is the thing. What my problem is with the Bible, like when I said people don't read it to understand it, they read it to use it in their own way.
They read it to regurgitate.
Yeah, because they want to sound like they actually understand it.
Facts.
Bruh, that's my thing with humans. Humans all want to sound smart. But anyway, how are you going to take something that's a belief and try to act as if you know how it should be? It's a belief. We believe in different ways.
That's true.
So how can you tell me how I should believe in my God?
No, you see, Jay. You see why I respect atheists to a certain extent. They know the Bible so well.
That's the thing.
They know. They kind of know from back to front.
True.
Where they can quote something and say, but then this, but then that, but then this, but then that.
True.
I'm not saying that they've been quote unquote enlightened, but at the same time, is we can't now, bro. Like Christianity is like the only religion where there's no discipline.
Yeah.
There is no discipline whatsoever. You can put guidelines all you want in the Bible. There are a lot of guidelines, but we as humans, we don't have discipline, or we as Christian humans don't have discipline like that. When you look at the other faiths, mosque every Friday at 12, every Friday at mosque. You know what I'm saying?
But I think it's because most of these other religions are very direct in the way that they address the believer. They literally tell you, this is what you need to do in order for you to achieve this, or in order for you to gain this. And you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Christianity is very vague. It's very open.
But it's for diversity.
I hear you.
That's how they got us when they came to.
I hear you. But at the same time, here's my argument now. Having looked at how religion for me, I kind of feel as if it's no different to a dictatorship for me. Mm-hmm. It is no different. And that's why Christianity will never work, because it does not dictate. You understand? It just lets things loose.
For
Interpretation. That's why people are being... It's so easy to just play off, or for me to tell you that this part of the scripture means that, and for you to say, no, it means something else. And for people to be fed whatever, because now people believe that if Mefutang get doom, they're gonna get blessed.
They're gonna get blessed if they get sprayed by doom.
Bruh, when I started seeing that shit, I was like, dude, it's over now.
Well, I don't know if this is a hot take or not, but don't you believe that it's open for interpretation? Because I think it was like the Roman Catholics back then, when they kept editing it, they kept shape-shifting it for it to suit them, to the point where they're like, you know what, let's just make it general, so that when we get caught for whatever we're doing, I'm going to point to the Bible and say, but it says this, which I can now spin and twist and interpret in my own way.
Like I was about to stop you, and like, do you recognize that it's a whole trick now? It's not really the real thing, it's a trick now.
Because as black people, especially Africans, we believed in ancestry first.
Exactly.
So how can we now switch from ancestry, and as soon as slavery comes, now we're all Christians? That doesn't make sense. Why can't we make the link back? And why do we refuse to make the link back?
I always ask them, I always ask black people, why do you think that it was important for white people to take away your religion from you? Why?
Because faith is the one thing that everyone holds on to.
Exactly.
We all have it in different shapes and forms, whether it's religion, whether it's self-help, whether it's... You need to believe in something.
Exactly.
In order to survive, basically, in life. Because when you have no aim... Have you watched the movie Soul?
Soul, no.
It's a cartoon with Jamie Foxx, starring Jamie Foxx. So now there's just a bunch of... Not to ruin it for people who haven't watched, but I don't think any of the listeners would be interested like that. But basically, in a nutshell, Jamie Foxx, was it Jamie Foxx? Yes, it was. But anyway, Jamie Foxx as a cartoon character, he was about to perform with this amazing singer, and he was a music teacher. He played the piano, he played the keys. I got the keys. He played with more keys than Alicia, but anyway. Hey, we don't know what other things, because he was old, so maybe back in the 70s, you know what keys he played with, but anyway. Yeah. You know what keys he played with, but anyway. So Mans was, he was about to perform with this amazing singer, jazz singer, and then he fell, I think it was into a pothole, and then he died. He didn't know that he died. He just saw his spirits in a train, or not in a train, but like, in a conveyor belt up to heaven.
Just going up.
Or up to the lights. You know what I'm saying? So then now he jumped off the conveyor belt and went to the other souls, and he tried to get back to his body. Eventually he did, and he ended up living on Earth and all that shit. And like he also had a chance to go back, but I don't think he did. But yeah, I say that to say that in that movie, basically, it shows that whatever is inside you, it needs to be, or let's just say your soul needs to cling on to something.
You're right, yeah.
It can't be loitering, because there was one soul who did not want to be in a human body. She just kept dodging them left, right, and center, because in her mind she was enlightened, basically. In terms of, you know what I'm saying?
I see that.
So now in this movie, Jamie Foxx didn't want to separate from his body because he believed that he could be one of the best key players or piano players for the singer, and it was his big break. This soul that didn't want to go into a human's body believed that, hey, I see what happens and life isn't for me, so I'm gonna keep dodging these bullets. That's where your faith separates all.
I see that, actually.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Wow, that's powerful. And that's a cartoon. That's why I always say cartoons are powerful.
We had this discussion with my housemates. They were like, I was wondering, why do cartoons always have this undertone, this dark undertone?
Bro.
And they're like, no. My one housemate told me, no, this is why they do it. It's because when children are not going to watch it alone in the cinema.
Yeah, they're definitely not.
So they need something to keep the adults interested. So I'm like, this makes so much sense. I was wondering, why are these cartoons all taken from pain stories and horror stories and evil, twisted stories? Snow White.
Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs.
The Seven Dwarfs. That's the 7 side
shit.
effects of cocaine or some shit.
What?
Sleepy or drowsy, all of that.
What?
Of drugs or something, not cocaine specifically, but Snow White, Coco.
Oh my gosh, how did I not see that?
You didn't know that?
I didn't see that.
Apparently the Rugrats, Angelica.
Yeah, I remember the Rugrats, yeah.
So you know Angelica, the older one, who's older than everyone who had a doll. So apparently all these kids were dead, and she had like, not necessarily like PTSD, but like dementia type, and she just kept. It's like Phineas and Ferb. Phineas was dead, and Ferb, he was autistic or something like that. So each time Candace busted Phineas and Ferb, and the mom didn't see it, it's because it never happened. Phineas was dead.
Bro, you are mind fucking me right now.
Pause.
Yo. Hi.
Bruh.
You just fucked up my childhood, nigga. Shit.
Those are just like natural, not really opinions, but just theories that people came up with. Like when you just sit and think of all these.
Because when you stop and think about it, I was always like, why does she never catch them?
Exactly.
So Phineas is dead.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and that would explain why the parents are not together anymore. And
Phineas and Ferb's friends.
The parents are Ferb came with his dad.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Now you're piecing it for me. Ooh.
Okay.
Okay.
She came with her mom and Phineas, well, who's dead now.
No, Phineas died. Because I think Phineas is the child. Yeah, I think it's PTSD. I don't know what to call it, but she has PTSD and all that shit.
Oh, that's so sad.
As I hand over the ceremonious plants.
That's so sad. Like, now I think of Candace and I feel bad for her. I always used to think she was such a bitch. Now I feel bad for her.
Nah, but then that was for the kids to enjoy. Like, you see these dudes, they never get caught for shit.
Oh, but let me fuck you over though. Pinocchio is about a thing. Guess what Pinocchio is about though? I mean, it just makes sense.
I guess the nose getting longer was just Pinocchio was the lies, I guess.
Oh, no, sir. You are far off.
Think
about it this way. The dad wanted a boy.
Yeah.
A little boy.
Yeah.
A little boy to play with. A little boy to play with.
I want to be a real boy. Hi, Mata. Hi, Mata.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
You know when black people realize something? Hi.
Nah.
Oh, so stupid.
Man,
That's I know. Yes, I've always wanted to speak about the chronicles of what did we call it back in high school? Was it
Pimp Chronicles?
Pimp Chronicles. We called our whenever we said something deep as shit when we were high, we called it the Pimp Chronicles. So whenever we'd say something to the extent of he who knows everything knows he knows nothing at all.
I remember that one. No, that was the first word.
Exactly.
Oh man,
That's in the Pimp Chronicles. That
was
calls
the
in the
first
Pimp
word.
Chronicles. So K.A.N., how is actually, let me start from Genesis. How was your first experience? This nigga. Man, that's my lingo now, from Genesis, using the Bible. Yeah. Anyway, how was your first experience with weed? Tell me about your first high experience.
I remember it. Like, okay, but like, here's what happened with me. I remember I smoked weed the first time I smoked weed. I smoked bad shit, and then it didn't get me high. No lie. But I'll tell you about the first time I got high, not the first time I smoked weed. Because the first time I smoked weed, I was just...
that's actually a different conversation.
I hated it. I hated the first time I smoked weed because my cousin I gave him money. He bought the weed for me. When he came back, he got high. I smoked this shit. I'm like, what the fuck is this, bro? It was like smoking a cigarette because at the time I had smoked cigarettes.
Yeah.
So then I was like, fuck it. I left weed for about 2 years, and then I was 15. And I remember I was with a couple friends after school on a Friday. Bosso Fridays. We used to call them Bosso Fridays. We went up to this dude who used to sell the weed. We came back. We sat down. Started smoking. Yo, bro, it was like, you know, when everything is like saturated. It's like the colors just get so vivid. And I was looking up at the sky the whole time. I remember that.
Literally, in your mind, you were like, I love drugs,
bruh. Like, bro, I couldn't stop laughing. Like, in fact, not laughing, smiling. I wasn't laughing. I was smiling the whole time, just smiling. My niggas ended up laughing at me because I just couldn't stop smiling.
But don't you believe that weed really brings out your true personality?
It does.
I believe alcohol brings out your what is it called? Inhibitions.
Yeah, inhibitions. Yeah, the things. Yeah,
it brings out what you really want to be, but it's not what you are. So you're gonna be the greatest dancer, the greatest this, the greatest rapper, the greatest that, or the greatest singer with alcohol. With weed, brings out your true personality.
You're actually thinking with weed. That's what I've actually like realized with most people. Weed. I can never smoke weed and want to be
around
people.
Like, yeah, ZJ. Okay, sure. Let's say pre-COVID, just to make sure that we don't get locked up. Pre-COVID, yeah, it's nice. But remember when I always used to leave early?
Yeah.
Because that was when I wanted to take it in.
Yeah.
And then just listen to my music, because I was music heavy back then.
Just want to
listen
chill.
to my music, chill, feel what I need to feel. Instead of sitting here and talking to people, it's like, okay, sure, I enjoyed my time with y'all, but let me go chill.
Let me relax.
Yeah, I want you to mean my first time attempting to smoke weed by myself was actually with you. Well, you gave me the weed on my birthday.
Oh yeah, I remember.
You gave me the whole set, the whole fucking set. So I get home, unbeknownst.
Don't tell these people I put you on drugs.
Unbeknownst to what the fuck was what I was supposed to do with this and how I was supposed to roll it. So I put the weed. So I was luckily I was smart, right? So I took like not even like a lot, but like a good amount for
I remember your first J. You sent me a picture.
Wait. We'll get to the first J. So
no, I'm talking about this one.
No. This was my first time smoking. It wasn't this one.
Oh yeah.
Because my first J was actually recently, like 2018. The one that I rolled like properly by myself, but it wasn't proper. But anyway. Yeah. So anyway, we get to the point where I'm sitting there with the weed and the Rizzler, and I'm like, okay, sure, how the fuck am I gonna roll this? So I'm like, I take a little piece off, and then I don't even crush. I just break it down so that it can spread. Seeds and alles, seeds and all. I put it in the Rizzler. I don't even. You know what I do? You know the sticky part?
Yeah.
So I lick that part and then I just close it. So this plant is airy as a motherfucker.
It looks like a parcel.
Exactly. I close it like a parcel. So imagine now a plant that's just flat. And then the remainder of the Rizzler just wrapped around. That's it.
Wow.
Benny the Butcher and I hit that shit there. That's okay, sure. I tried to smoke it. It literally finished in 2 seconds. I was like, oh. It just burned off because it was just a bunch of Rizzler. Then with the remainder of the weed, I was like, Yazin, let me go fry egg. fried my egg.
Oh yeah, I remember you told me that.
Sprinkle
you did
that bitch in. Luckily, I took the seeds out.
Yeah.
Chowed that shit. I just sat.
You had
and watched
chamza.
TV.
You had chamza.
But
Chamza's dangerous.
My first time being high, like
You didn't get high.
I got high, but I didn't really know how to take it in like that.
It fucked you up, didn't it?
It fucked me up, yeah, but it was like I was kind of aware because it wasn't that much weed. Yeah, well, it like yes, it was a quote unquote edible at that stage, but it wasn't really. Maybe I didn't cook it like that, or maybe I didn't break it down properly. Who knows?
Yeah.
But my first time getting like high like that was maybe 20. Was with you too.
This guy, bro.
I remember it was 2017, and I had my earphones in, and then
we were smoking. I remember this.
Right, we were smoking at your crib, and then I couldn't finish the J, and I came into him, and I think he thought that. Nah, I think Kane thought that no, man's just tapping out. He's just like okay, sure, he's good. Aye. When it's time to go upstairs,
his legs were wobbly as shit. I remember this.
And what I really like about Kane is that he's not gonna baby me and try to help me up the steps.
Fuck no.
All he did was just walk at my pace to show would say, "Hey, dog, if you fall, okay, sure. Dog, if you fall, aye, to trip is to fall, to trip is to."
Yo, to triple to fall.
I'll explain that another day.
That's a dime, bro. That's a gem, bro.
Yo, to triple to fall. I'll explain that another day. But yeah, so eventually I found my feet, and then I walked up the stairs, and then I sat down, and I was like, "Aye, sure, that's fine." But now I have a real question, a real nigga question. When was the first time you tried your first higher grade weed?
Oh, I bought weed from this guy who delivered 50 bags. Still delivers. Shout out to the homie. You know, bought a 50 bag from him. Fantu wanga kanji. Got super high, super high. But like at that time, I think I'd gotten so used to the weed that like I wasn't tripping. I was not tripping. High grade. I knew it was high grade, and I could. And when you start smoking high grade, you can tell the difference whenever you smoke.
Yes, sir. You see what I feel as if I call it neighborhood. The kak weed. I call it neighborhood because you get it in your local neighborhood, van.
They're Reggie.
Exactly. That skunk. You know that shit.
Skunk. Hey, I hate
you.
Skunk.
You get it in your neighborhood. Swazi.
Swazi just puts you to sleep, dog.
Bro, bruh. But anyway, let's not get too deep into that. But I'm saying, see, I call that neighborhood because you can get it in your neighborhood.
In every neighborhood.
In every neighborhood. But my first time I had a better level or a higher grade of weed was in 2019. Oh my gosh. And I had a big ass bag. I'm talking 7 grams. I had a lot. Remember back in the day when I used to bring bags?
You buy bougie weed, bro.
Brown, paper, bags. Bro, I used to bring bags, bro. And back then it was cheap because before COVID prices.
Niggas buy bougie ass weed, bro.
A lot of good ass weed. My first night smoking it, poison. Let me tell you. So I was outside, right? And back then I didn't know how to roll properly. Yeah. So I was rolling fatties. I was rolling fatties. And then, bro, fatties, baseball bats. I get sure. I walked back to my room, which is not even far. It's literally like 10 steps away from my smoking area. I walked back to my room. And then I know in my room already I had my food ordered because 2019 I used to order a lot. I had my food ordered. My lights were off. My movie was already set. All I need to do was just press play.
You've got that package.
The package, very like you know when you're the first time stoners, you always have your package all the time.
Oh.
Now it's just like, hey, let me just go do something. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, the package was there. I had everything ready. I walk into my room, and then I close the door behind me. So my room is dark. Only thing that is on is my TV. I turn around. Blank.
As in?
I don't see shit.
What you mean?
Out my eyes, it's black. I don't see shit. My first time trying high grade. I was temporarily blind.
You tripped.
That wasn't even a trip. I was blind.
Nah, you tripped.
No. I couldn't see shit. My TV was on, so I was supposed to see a light. I couldn't see shit. I remember texting everyone. They were Facebook.
How'd you text blind?
After. I was up to, hey, this guy. I was like, hey, well, Jens, you know what just happened to me? So I closed my eyes for 10 seconds. and then I opened them again. Then I could see everything. I'm like, hey, Boyazi, I swear, I wish I'll never ever be that high ever again.
Edibles did that to me though.
We edibles. Oh my gosh, that's another story.
They made me trip so hard. I thought I was gonna die. Like I really thought I was gonna die. Cause now, my body started overheating, and I was like, why am I so hot? I get I'm high, but why am I so hot? Like what's going on? I remember Aibo bra. I kept drinking water. It's like I need to cool down. Yo, I just went to sleep straight up. And I went to sleep. You know when you sleep on your stomach, but now you feel as if something's climbing up your stomach, like when you're drunk.
Yeah.
Oh, bruh. Yo, that thing is the worst. But then after that, never had an edible trip.
You're good.
Never had an edible trip.
Yeah, well, okay, I don't usually trip off weed or edibles, but it's the first time I had edibles. It's vivid because it was recent. It was right before lockdown, my first time I had edibles.
Oh, yeah, those cookies.
The cookies. Oh, my gosh. We need to add that drop in.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh. Hey, bro. So I chowed that thing. High shame. And then I felt as if I was getting emotional. Like, excited, but also... was the equivalent to ecstasy, right?
Yeah, ecstasy. Yeah, it's ecstasy.
It's like he's saying like I chowed ecstasy. No. I felt so emotional, like I was excited, but at the same time, I don't know what this man is talking about. I don't know this man. I never met this man before. Hey, bro. Mendem was going. I know. I was on my way somewhere. And I'm sitting there and I'm getting emotional, I'm getting excited, but also I'm getting my feelings. And I'm listening to Drizzy.
Wait.
Right. No. This was when the Tupac came out of what's the song? Chicago Freestyle and When to Say When.
Oh yeah.
So when it comes, then Chicago Freestyle comes, and then the beats just goes through my mind like, oh shit, because that beats is dope as shit.
It is kind
Say, and a party, me and go to underground garages, and I was like, Drake is talking his shit. I get to where I need to be. I sit with my homie. I'm like, what's up? He's like, hey, what dog, man, Jay? What's going on with you? I'm like, my nigga. I take it out.
Listen to this shit.
No, not my phone. I take out the other edible, give it to him. I'm like, understand, I'm on cloud 9 right now.
Yo.
We carry on listening to Drizzy, and we're like, but you do know one thing though, women, they come, they go, and we're like,
yeah, that's weed. That
was my first time. My whole body was like elevating, bro. So me and my homie, so we carry on, we do what we need to do. So now he's high too. We both just dead silent. Now we're just sitting there dead silent.
I love that part
dead
of weed.
Silent.
Yo.
We weren't even watching the time. We were just sitting watching people walk by. And then 1, 2, 3, we're like, oh, it's 5. Let's go to Steers and get a burger. All right. Hey, bro.
High Chronicles, man.
I went to Kushdom.
Kushdom is so nice. It's like you don't even think about nothing worries you. Like we smoke because we don't want to be paranoid. And I've realized you know when people say, oh, Learner Upemintang, he must be para, or he must be a
thug or something.
Thug or a gangster or whatever. How am I gangster? Bro, I just want to get high and chill.
But that's what I asked you. That's what I asked you last time, in that why is it that when someone who is so well put together is looked differently, or looked, let's say myself for an example, someone who is physically or from what your eyes can see, you can assume that I come from a good home, assume that I have a decent life that I'm living. Why is it that when they look at someone like me and they be like, nah, you're not supposed to be smoking weed? Is weed not for people?
I get you. Yeah, no.
Why is a stereotype to the people that are basically rebellious?
It's because, like, it's basically what I've been saying. And most of these things we attribute to certain people. It's like when people said people who have tattoos are evil. What the fuck? It's just a fucking tattoo. You know what I'm saying? Like, why? What's the connotation? By whose morals or whose values are you judging me by?
That's true.
So fuck you and your morals. Just smoke a joint, bro. Like, smoke a joint. I always say, if we all smoked a joint, I bet you there wouldn't be World War. I bet you.
People would be like, someone speaking Russian,
Or
someone speaking Spanish,
or we'd all be like, like if Vladimir's trying to shoot, we're like, hey, Vlad, relax, Vlad, hey, relax.
Hit this right here, my G. I can see that you haven't smoked all day. Hit this shit right here, my G.
Bruh, just chill, bruh.
Hey, dog.
Bruh.
You just finished rolling. You know what, dog? Hit this. Light this, bro.
Yeah,
light
just
it.
light
Light
it.
it. Light it.
We
Sit
should-
down,
We should shoot an ad one day.
bro.
We should shoot an ad one day, like about war, where they're about to go to war.
In the 50s, in the 50s or something, because you know they had that big map on the table and they had those toys and those pins on it. They'd be like, yeah, and then they move one strain. Girl Scout cookies, candy orange, when a lemon kush. Hey, probably
Super lemon haze.
yeah, when naming all the different strains. Oh, bro, this is video.
No.
Yeah, I mean that's so. I mean, Zumba.
Is Zumba.
Is Zumba. Anyway, have you seen that that tweet that said we'll see how Suzu people speak, and it's the guy saying blah, 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 blah.
I haven't. But
I died. I cried, bro. Let me it was something to that extent, and because really they swallow their words when they speak. So especially like with the men, like the older men, they have that like Yabonje that they speak. Okay, I wouldn't say they speak from the throat. Not disrespect to y'all, ne, but Sinjay,
we love y'all.
yeah. But it's just like I don't know how they speak, but they eat up their words while they speak, and it comes out like a lot. Cause with Zulu we speak from the chest.
Yeah.
It comes from the chest. We say we enunciate. I think we're the only language.
But they say we speak like we're singing.
I was thinking how we sing praises. I know, but I feel as if a lot of
No. We are what the bro. You hear it.
Yeah,
we
that's
kind of
true.
sound like we're singing, and then closer sound like they're angry all the time, or like they're making the shit up. You know what I'm saying? Like they're making the shit up on
What
the
does that
spot.
even mean?
Like unamanga, like they're lying or some shit. But like no, it's just the way that they talk. You know what I'm saying?
That's true. I feel as if a lot of other cultures is it?
Dialect, bro. Dialect has that. I mean, it's just language. Zulus, it sounds like the Zulu person is singing but telling you something very, very important, and you need to listen, but they're singing.
No, but why do we all have to have pride? I don't get it. Why is it a stereotype that is still common till this day?
I think it's because we know ourselves, and we actually have something to be proud of.
We're all stubborn motherfuckers.
Our tribe actually has something to be proud of. Our history was respected across nations,
That's true.
across borders, bro. So like we are known. So it's within our heads.
Oh, they said this is how Sotho people sound. This is a clip from Billy and Mandy.
No, but that sounded like a Sotho person. Oh shit! No, it sounded like a Sotho person was about to say something, bro. Oh shit!
Oh, that's the one thing I love about South Africa, bro. We know how to laugh through the pain. We know how to laugh at, bro. Our jokes are top tier.
Anything is funny in this
Ooh.
country, bro. And if you're gonna take yourself too seriously, you're gonna get hurt. I'm telling you,
Bruh.
you're gonna get hurt. You might as well laugh.
That's the one thing. It's like even when Corona first came, remember the videos? Corona.
Some of them are boys. Corona. This country doesn't give a fuck.
Bruh.
Fuck, not one.
And I love it sometimes because it's like the way, bro. The stuff that we laugh at, bro. It's crazy. We're stupid. Yes, we have the best December in the fucking world. I've said this before.
Yes,
the best December in the fucking world. No one else competes for Song of the Year, but at the end of December, like we do. No one does. I want you all the hits start coming out. Everyone's taking out hits. It's like the summer for for like the western side, but with us it's a month. Y'all get like a 3 to 4 month span of trying to take out hits and everything. Everyone's trying to get the top song for New Year's Day.
Yeah,
because that's actually a big thing here in SAS.
Huge. People pay. Like there's even scandals where people have paid just so that they can have their song that they're on that level because it's that important
to be number one. There's literally a countdown. There's so many countdowns, but which countdown is the one that everyone listens to? Metro.
Ukozi, bro.
Ukozi FM.
Ukozi still holds it down. Shout out to them.
Yeah, that's true. Their countdown is the one that we. Hey, bro, everything revolves around Zulu people. But anyway,
Zulus, we run this bitch.
Anyway,
they're gonna admit. They have to admit at some point.
They have to
admit at some point. The land they stole from some of us. Eh?
Yeah, but I was saying, the countdowns really, really matter in this country. Everyone wants the number one song. And I remember back in like 2000 and like there was I don't know if anyone else had the run that DJ Cleo had.
Yo,
DJ Cleo.
Hey.
I don't know if anyone else.
There's a time where he won 3 years in a row, right?
Yeah, something like that.
Yo,
like, and for us, it's like, yes, that's a big thing because the way South Africans change their minds about everything is crazy. That's so true. For someone to be on top for 3 years, have the song of the year for 3 years, that's crazy.
That nigga must have like been tapping in.
Because it's not like Drake who's always like consistent for 10 years straight. Yeah. This is like heavy.
And South Africans' ears are very forgetful. Hey, like South Africans are very forgetful. Very. That's kind of like a thing for them.
Would you say our attention is fickle?
Oh, very.
Very. That's why we are more hit central rather than. That's why lyricism can't breathe in SA. Won't really be a hit like that.
But like, here's the thing. I think South Africans do have an ear for a classic because they always have that one song that in that era or in that decade or in that time, we always refer to that. Like, think about it. In 2010, Waka Waka. It's not even a song from South Africa, but Waka Waka. Like that shit. Waka Waka. Like there's always a song that's synonymous with the time in South Africa.
Yeah, that's true.
Like 2006, 2005. Sister Bettina.
Oh, tip.
Oh shit! We lose our morals when that shit comes on, bro.
But I feel like that song is now overplayed. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of hearing it.
Bro, that shit could be like the national anthem for me.
It used to be so nostalgic. It used to be so nostalgic. When we'd hear it, like the first time it came out, I was in grade 3. We were in grade 3 back then.
Yeah.
When it came out, we were like, oh, what a nice song. As I got older, whoa. The lyrics say what? So as Pepela, but in the meantime.
Oh shit! Man, that was the one where that one caught me off all the time. Yo, that ad-lib is amazing. Yo, oh shit!
I know, but that was a time. Like there were a lot of songs like as kids that went up, and we didn't know what we were singing. And I remember when I think it was Justin Timberlake and Sierra, Love and Sex and Magic came out.
Love and Sex and Magic.
My cousins were singing that shit in the house, and we were so young. And me and my sister were like, "What are these heathens doing?"
In the house,
like, what are our cousins doing? Our Love and Sex and Magic. And we were like, "Aibo."
I used to even remember that part. There's that comes on,
dude.
I used to love that song,
bro. Back in the day, got me saying, "Hey yo, I'm tired of using."
And I only found out that means I don't want to use a condom. When I was like 18, I was like, "What the? You didn't know that?"
No,
that's what it means. Hey you, I'm tired of using technology.
Hey.
Girl, won't you try to find me? Ooh, she wants it. She wants it. Ooh, she wants it. So I gotta give it to her. Ooh, nigger.
I would JT and Fana. You know, he had his stunts. He had his little run.
JT did himself a favor by fucking with black people, cause. Like
Future Sex Love sounds is crazy,
bruh. Like black people love JT. Him, him. Yeah, there's a couple white people we don't mind fucking with. Even here in South Africa. In South Africa, food, yo, they love a lot of whites.
I know the latest one, Kostatic.
Yo, they love white people.
But it's like, you see where we're from, it's not new for white people to know how to speak Zulu.
Yeah, it isn't.
That's why I say it's not surprising to us, but he makes amazing music though.
Yeah.
For me, okay, he's a breath of fresh air. Let me say that. In the SA scene, you don't think so? For me, bro.
No, listen. Here's my thing. I don't like. Okay.
Formulas.
Here's my thing. People, let me mansplain. Okay. Y'all can take it how you want to take it. My thing is, I'm sorry, but like, bro, like so much has been taken away from black people to the point where it's like, you're appropriating, and now we're supposed to clap our hands because you can speak our language. It doesn't surprise me. It doesn't excite me. It doesn't.
It's because it works, and he's trying to thrive in this market, not the international market.
I don't care about that, but like you're literally doing the one thing. You're taking. There's a kid who could do the same thing you're doing. In fact, there is a kid who's more talented than you. No offense to him, if he ever is there. But like, there is someone who is more talented than him, who speaks our language, who could have the platform. You understand?
It's not
because
really
I believe, you know why? I believe at the end of the day, for him, it's not artistic, it's gimmicky.
Of course.
And that's what annoys me. Where you're gimmicky, you're like MC Hammer. You have to fit into a certain crowd just so that you can pop. That's annoying, bro.
But you see, one of the artists I like very quickly, Elaine.
Who's that?
You don't know?
Elaine from where?
Bro. Blasphemous. Very quickly, she dropped her debut EP. An EP. It was a 7 to 8 track EP.
Where is she from?
SA. Her music sounds American, but don't you know that song?
Light skinned woman. Fresh cuts always has a fresh cut.
No. She's weave.
I don't know.
Oh, now she's weave and stuff. But no, Elaine, bro. Let me show you a picture of her. But anyway, Elaine, she sings the moody R&B, the Drake R&B. Mm-hmm. She's one of those. Her in her early days. Oh yeah. But for SA. But then her music sounds international. Yeah. I think she signed to an American label. Okay. Yeah, she is. But her music is powerful. Whenever I just see her, I'm like, jeez. Oh.
My favorite South African vocalist or artist is Rolene. That woman can sing.
I just don't like her lyrics. Like someone needs to write for her.
But her pipes, that's my thing. Pause. But her, you know what I'm saying? Like her.
Of course. When she was on the JR's Africa Bani sessions. With Nasty C.
You almost died. That hand can sing, bro.
Effortlessly
sing. And that's the thing. That's what I like. It's effortless to the point where you see what I'm saying now. Here's the difference. Let me give you an example. Okay. Rolene can afford to be gimmicky if she wanted to.
Yeah.
You know why? Because she has the talent. Now, I'm not saying that you don't have the talent, Teach, but you're being gimmicky. When do I get to see the talent? You understand?
Mm-hmm. I feel you.
That's where it's annoying.
Yeah, it's just not that deep with Kostatic. With Kostatic, like, it's not that deep with me. It's just like, hey, he's bringing in like a new quote hype. You can argue if he's an industry plant or not, but nah, he's bringing in something new.
It's cool for the moment. That's my thing. And I'm not saying that we shouldn't have for the moment artists, because and that's another thing. When to say that you're a for the moment artist doesn't mean you have a one hit. No, you could have a couple hits.
Yeah, so sorry to cut you, but while we're on music, what is the best diss track in your opinion of all time? Like, I was busy listening to Ether this morning, and whenever people are busy saying, we'll say no, Ether is not really that
well constructed.
I wasn't even. You see, I understand that I wasn't there to experience it like we experienced the Drake and Meek Mill, the Drake and Pusha T. Yeah. I wasn't there to experience, or I don't know anything about rap back then. So when I listen to it now, I'm like, hey, bro, this is surgical.
Bro, that was I think the first time that was like that, like I said, well constructed. It was the first time ever that someone said, oh, even if I'm going to talk shit, let me talk shit in a way that people can't ignore it. Dude. You know what I'm saying? Not every bar in the fucking Ether song was worth listening to. I swear to
That's
every
that's what I'm
bar.
saying. That's
Because
what
it's
I'm
like
saying.
it's written. It's like it's written
This was
from
written,
from the ish. I'm gonna give it to you. I'm gonna give it to you. Well,
yeah,
yeah.
it was written. Yeah.
Yeah, but like, bro, yo, Nasir, bro. Like for me, you see, it was real.
Yeah.
That's why it was like that. That's why it sounded so. The beef was real. That's what I'm trying to say. The
Yes,
beef was real.
yes.
That's why the response was so impactful. Because it was like, Mjita, how you gonna diss my mom who just passed away? You know what I'm saying? Because he went that far. And then he dissed his baby mama who just had a baby.
Yeah.
It was like, homie, what the fuck? I know that you don't like me over some street shit.
Yeah.
But now you're going too far. Let me expose you for the pussy that you are. And that was the first time ever in my hip hop listening experience
so, yeah.
where I heard a person be sunned, and he admits it.
You see, that's the thing.
He was sunned.
That's the only diss track when I listen to it. It's like whatever you say back, leave it.
There's nothing you can say.
You can't say anything back. That's how I feel about that. About Ether. Because when I listen to Ether, this is a lyrical breakdown of a madness where, like you said, every bar is memorable. Every bar, you know what the hell he's talking about. But my thing is that he made it in the. You see, my thing with tracks in general, with songs in general.
Yeah.
I listen to cadence, I listen to flow, I listen to how comfortable you are on the beats and all of that. He was Nas to the T, Nas
bro.
to the core. Used to flow. Even
the hook.
He came with his Nas flow, and bro, imagine now you're trying to basically stay in character, even though it's you originated this. You're trying to stay in character. Remember your bars, go heavy, flow, and all of that shit. That's what I'm saying. When I listen to something like No Vaseline,
Hey, plus that was critical.
lyrically was crazy. Flow and stuff, I don't feel it like that.
Yeah, I get you. He
You know what
wasn't
I'm
really
saying?
that. Like, I actually discovered this about Ice Cube. His flow was cock. His lyrics were amazing.
Exactly.
The beats and his beat selection was amazing, and his lyrics were amazing because he was a conscious person.
Yeah.
But his flow was cock.
Exactly. So when I listen to No Vaseline, the flow didn't really get me like that. So I can listen to it just for the lyrics, but nah, not entirely. Kanti, when it gets to motherfucking Ether, when it gets to, let's say, Duppy freestyle.
Oh,
'Cause you know-
Hey, plus,
Hey,
but Story of Adidon was more surgical.
That was
for
literally,
me.
that's what I'm saying. It was surgical.
It's surgical.
Ay, whoa.
Oh, that shit was.
That man cuts.
He did him. He did it him.
Bro, you see, my thing is, okay, cool. When the first one dropped, you see, Pusha T buttered his bread to all corners, buttered all corners of his bread, and showed that he was ready for this. Wait, you see, he's a man that doesn't waste words. Goes in with infrared. A light sprinkle just to irritate him. Knows that he's going to irritate him. It was written like Nas, but came from Quinton. You know what I'm saying?
And that was a nice way to start that shit.
It kind of hurt like, hey, bro, bruh. And then, like, I'm sure, you see, that's why Drake was like,
Here we go again.
the nerve. Because it's like, man, Jam Cheat, they're like, dog. How it was written like Nas, but came from Quinton. It's like, you're starting this beef again. I'm gonna, so, bro, you've broke me for on a couple of beats. What do you really think of the nigga that's making your beats? He was flying on that beat. No one else could have rapped like that on that beat. That beat was difficult to rap on. I don't care what the fuck anyone says. Duppy.
No.
That beat.
No.
The pocket that he sets in.
It wasn't difficult to rap on.
Okay, sorry. The pocket that he sets in.
But the pocket
no one
was-
else would have been in that pocket.
Yeah, that's nice.
I would have never heard anyone else like that.
True shit.
But Story of Adidon, that's when he said, hey, I made perfect golden toast because I buttered all corners on my bread. I made sure that everything was in check. I did my homework. Teacher, 10 out of 10, please.
But let's admit, at the end of the day, he served his ass. And I want to show you something. Jay-Z, who took an L from Nas back in the day, told Drake, don't let them confuse you with these beefs. This is all just what. What does Drake do next 10 years later or 5 years later? I didn't listen to Jay-Z when he told me don't listen. Pusha T comes. You don't listen, Pusha T comes. Drake was probably sitting there like, nigga, I fucking told you. Nas served my ass. I know what I'm talking about.
But my thing is, I won't even lie. It made me go back down the Pusha T wormhole of lyricism, and then I go all the way back to Mercy, and it's like, hey, but cause
that nigga, and he had the best verse on Mercy. Oh no, 2 Chainz.
No,
2 Chainz. Sorry, 2 Chainz. I just remembered. Sorry, 2 Chainz. Titty Boy killed that shit.
That's what I'm saying. He had this, like, it's debatable whether it's Pusha T or 2 Chainz.
Yeah.
Some people would say Kanye because Kanye went crazy on that shit.
Yeah, he went crazy. Yeah, but
2
Chainz,
2 Chainz, because Mans comes in and raps, okay, now
catch up to my campaign. Coupe the color of mayonnaise. I'm drunk and high at the same time. Drinking champagne on the airport. Tell him.
And he starts trapping.
I go crazy after
and he
that.
starts trapping. I'm like, hey, but where does this man find time to start trapping again? He came with lyricism. Alright, cool. Come trap. Split rounds like a gun range.
Bow.
Contraband. Country girl. Now your girl need a band-aid. He came in trap. But Pusha T came in with that. He speaks about one subject matter in every fucking song.
But he still makes it amazing. That's
Make it sounds amazing. Diversifies it.
Bro.
Does
I
it
don't
this
know
way,
how he
that
does
way.
that. I don't know how he does that.
Dude, like, I even went back to Drug Dealers Anonymous.
That's your jigger.
But no, Shame, I'm sorry. Sometimes the jigger, man, the way he ended that shit. Damn,
that was killer.
Daniel.
That was
FBI. Oh, yeah.
That was killer.
Yeah.
That was Jay-Z.
Hey.
That's the Jay-Z I know and love. No lie. The one who doesn't mind. Jay-Z was kind of like, he's always had that character of being, because if you go back to all to his, like, cause even Reasonable Doubt,
yeah,
he's got this kind of like, he plays this character of Lucifer in a way, where it's like, because Lucifer is a punisher, right?
Yeah.
He kind of looks at you, he paints this picture, but in like a third person where it's like, yo, homie, I'm talking to you. But like, okay, let me give you an example. You see how J. Cole does it? He puts himself in your shoes.
Yeah.
Jay-Z literally goes, look at yourself. Do you see what you're doing? Look at yourself. Like that's Jay-Z. Or he goes, look at this shit. If it's an image, he's trying to show you some shit. It's like, look at this shit. Do you see this shit?
It's like he's sunning someone like, look what you did now.
Exactly. He's always been like a big brother type of nigga. Like, do you see this shit? Like, are you looking at what I'm looking at?
That's true. It's like if someone around him had to fuck him, like, and then, and now, and Beyonce sitting there in the corner, like, told you, right? I tried to save you. Like, and then, I feel that. But Pusha T holds his own in every track. I've never heard him get done like that.
Yeah,
in fucking So Appalled. So many rappers, so many lyricists.
Still
held his own.
Yeah.
He was the one who flowed on the beat the best, in my opinion. Flowed on the beat the best.
I'm so balling Donald Trump taking dollars from y'all.
You mean Sci-Hi?
Okay, that is Sci-Hi. Yes, okay.
Even though Kanye rapped it, but
we all know. And I was watching a Vlad interview where Sci-Hi even said, all Kanye wants from me in the studio is to sit there and go, how does that sound? Because he's like a reference guy. Like Kanye writes some shit and he's like, how does that sound? And Sci-Hi's like, yeah, maybe you should say that like this and like that. You're like, because he trusts, and I would trust Sci-Hi too. Have you ever heard this freestyle?
Lyricist to the T.
Nigga kill anything. That nigga will jump on any beats, I swear to God.
Nah, but you know what song that I've been listening to this week? Drive Slow. About Paul Wall. When Paul Wall comes in, what it do? Malume, poison.
The disco ball in my mouth.
Insinuate some
balling. Shit.
He came with the flow, the lyricism, the cadence. Yo, bro. I was playing it for Sylvester and he's like, is this a black guy? I'm like,
bro, nah. I also thought Paul was black.
No, I said guess his race. He's like, is he black? I'm like, nah, he's white.
Bruh,
what it do?
But he's from the hood. I went back and read about his like. He's from the South. I'm like, yo, and he makes that southern hip track, like that Bun B music.
I know. I've been listening to that the whole week because Paul Wall flowed, and then somehow, you know, when you have the album on shuffle, I had late registration on shuffle, and then Diamonds Are Forever. Oh my God! I was 2 years old when I finally heard that Jay-Z murdered that shit.
He murdered the remix. Oh, the remix was murdered.
I'm not a businessman. I'm a businessman. Let me handle my business. Damn. And he carried on. I'm like, hey, whoa. Chill.
Jay-Z was like that's that. I think that was his shine. Like 2000s, early 2000s. That was him shining on us. Like, cause even the Black Album. Oh my God, I can't forget. Like Lucifer. Lucifer, Lord of the morning, I'm gonna chase you out of her. You see.
Bruh.
That's what I like about that guy. Or in fact, let me not even just focus it on him. Artist of that era.
Yes.
The content, even if it was, let me give even the gimmicky artists their props. Even if it was gimmicky, bro, it was so artistic, to the point, or it was so original. Let me put it that way.
Yes,
it was original. It was original. So the point where you couldn't help but listen to this person because you've never heard this. Nowadays, everyone wants to be original by being what? Explicit, as if breaking a certain rule or breaking morals or breaking a code is the only way to get people's attention.
Exactly. Yep. That falls into cloud chasing and all the other bullshit.
And that's sad.
Like I said, I don't know how many pods ago, when we grew up, all the songs that came out that were hits, everything was different. When you look at people like, let's say Kanye's discography, Run This Town does not sound like Monster.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Monster does not sound like Niggas in Paris.
Bruh, everything is original.
Niggas in Paris does not sound like Bound 2.
They're taking their time with this shit. You can tell.
Bound 2 does not sound like Ultralight Beam. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, plus, hey, now you just
Serenity.
dropping them, yo.
Deliver us peace. Aye, man.
And that's the one person I know who's very intricate about the way that he's gonna deliver. That's why every season is easy season, because every time that I come with you, I'm coming with the change in everything. My look, my sound, my the voice that I'm bringing to the table, what I'm talking about, basically.
Yeah.
So, dude, bruh, like that shows you evolution in a person. And that's why we're so interested in people like Kanye West.
That's actually that's deep as hell. Because everyone Kanye, for me personally, I know you think that I personalize like stuff like celebrities. Me, I don't care. I believe Kanye is a very intelligent dude, knows what he's doing 90% of the time, but doesn't mind wearing his heart on his sleeve.
Yeah, as a nigga should.
Because every other billionaire is quote unquote stoic, in a way, in a sense. They want to act all, yeah, well, I know I've got this under. Yeah. Hey, Kanye says good to say my face. It's not a good day. It's not a good week.
I'm shy.
I'm good.
I'm shy.
Like, paparazzi, nah, not today, bro.
Not today, bro.
Mm-hmm. He's just not afraid to say it. Imagine he's trying to break the stereotypes of everything that he's in. Literally everything that he tries to, or everything that he gets involved in, he breaks the stereotypes. Man sold us ripped clothes. Thousands. You know what I'm saying? Man sold us ripped clothes for thousands, and it worked. He's a billionaire now.
I'm not saying. Nah, you know what it is though. Like I said. But no. But that's part of. It's part of his. I would say, traits or act, where I have to make the shit that's unacceptable acceptable now. Think about it.
Yeah.
Polo t-shirts in hip hop.
Oh yeah.
Always. No one wore that shit.
Pink polos. Always going against the grain.
Exactly. Always. And it's his thing. But he does it so it's so fashionably that it's acceptable. Because it's artistic. You know why? He doesn't bite.
Yep.
That's why
he creates.
He creates. And then he pushes it, and it implements itself into the culture. And y'all just take it and run with it, because you know why? We've trusted him for so long. He's always had a hit. Hey, maybe this is going to be a hit. You know what I'm saying?
That's why I always use him as that example when Drake said that these days fame is disconnected from excellence. Because I think of Kanye first and foremost when it's like, bro,
that's excellence
a creative.
Yeah. Someone
who's going to now spark an idea and go make something amazing out of it. All of these people that were famous back in the day were famous because of something that they were really good at. You're extremely good at acting, extremely good at singing, extremely good at rapping. And back then, it was a fight to the fittest. Now, anyone can put out their shit. It's like, even with someone like Doja Cat when she came out with the Bitch I'm a Cow. But she's still, but she's still talented though. That's the thing. It's like she came through and then she did like the proper stuff. Other people will come in with their one hits wonder and then do controversial shit just to keep up their appearance.
But that's the trap of the industry. The industry, what we liked you for, keep that up. You understand? And most artists will do that because you know what? The bread. I look, if I came, I'm not even gonna lie to you. I know that I judge these people, but if the industry ever took my gimmicks over the real me, and the bread was bigger, I would too. But here's where I'd switch it up. Whenever it's time for me to now speak my truth, or I would never do it myself. You know why? I've got this image hanging over my head. I've got people now, or I've got enough money to get people who speak how I think.
That's true.
You understand?
That's some deep shit.
Nigga, I'm giving these niggas game. The way that you think, get people who speak and give them the platform. Exactly. That's even it's your way of giving back to the community as well.
As someone who raps, actively raps, have you ever heard a hit, let's say probably that came out last year or like recently or something, and imagine yourself inserted in that song, or either any song that you actually like? Have you ever slowly like, or kind of written like a 16 in your head, like, okay, sure,
Yes, definitely.
if I had to attack on this beat,
Definitely. There are even
to
some
which
that I've
kind of
even-
songs?
Even some that I've even attempted. Like I've taken the beat and the instrumental and been like, nah, I could do it better than this motherfucker.
Not better than them, but for me, I sometimes like picture myself as like I'm featured, like this is my whole debut. And now it's Drake featuring Wesley Sniper, J. Cole featuring Wesley Sniper, Wale featuring Wesley Sniper, just like that. And then you come in, and then I come into my poem on Diced Pineapples, the new Diced Pineapples, because it's a new song. Contemplating if I made the right choice, loving you. I do you whatever as long as the skies are blue. Heart on my sleeve, I never fail to show you my affection. I mean, even God would bow down to this kind of perfection. Perfect doesn't even begin to describe your flawless features. Your type of species can't be found in a bunch of books or a bunch of rappers' hooks describing the perfect women. They want hoes who will give it up for anything. That's the type of world we live in. I'll do you whatever as long as time is willing. Beauty is the only thing that eyes can see. Kryptonite doesn't even describe what you do to me. Whenever I'm not with you, my mind seems to go insane. Not even Pac-Man would understand this game.
Gadliwana futhi kuphek me.
I know. Shusinja, he'd understand this game. And I forgot the last part, but I was like, when I think about this, I have one thing to play. Music speaks to me, and it's all in your name, some shit like that.
Oh!
I
wasn't gonna say this, but I knew it was in someone's name. But hey, but yo, that was dope, dog.
I'm gonna take out the new Diced Pineapples. Watch.
Yo, that was dope. Yo, you pull that.
I wrote that in grade 10. Remember back in our day, everyone was either, you know, that little peak teenage years. Everyone is either a rapper, a model, or a poet. You were the rapper. I was a poet. Everyone else was doing their thing. There was a specific phase in our lives growing up where everyone was something. Now it's YouTuber, TikToker, or I don't know what the third thing is that kids do these days. Maybe podcaster now. But teenagers now. That's stretching.
That's a profession though.
A hoe. I'm talking about tangible things like stuff like that celebrities do that they want to now do now, like YouTubers and vloggers or Insta promoters or whatever and all that shit.
But that's
what they want to be now. But back in our day, all they were singers, rappers, poets, this, that.
Yeah, I see the shift.
Exactly.
We actually wanted to be about our art. They just want to be about the fame that comes with whatever.
Not really. Like I don't really care about what the kids get up to because they're really actually good at this YouTube shit. Like maybe that's how they looked at us with rapping and stuff, or poetry and all that shit. That's how they looked at us. Cause Joey Badass is in our age range.
True.
Vince Staples too. Like those dudes could rap. Like rap.
Yeah, they can rap.
And then This generation, I
I'm sorry.
sorry.
Give me back.
I generally, bruh. I wonder what did you used to watch as a kid back in the day?
Yo,
Bruh.
Wait, when? Because the
Let's
TV
say
schedule,
primary-
the TV schedule is different. When I come back from home, it's definitely
DBZ.
Goku, like a motherfucker.
Dragon Ball
Vegeta,
Z.
Dragon Ball Z. If everybody, every black guy, in fact, every homie, just watched. Not. Let me not make this racial. Every homie went home and watched DBZ. 5 o'clock, everyone knew SAPC 2.
I hated Friday's episodes. I hated it because it will always end on what? A standoff.
Bruh, and it's gonna be long as fuck.
All the fucking time. That standoff will last until next week Wednesday.
Talking shit, like he's like, I'm gonna get you with this, and he's got the fucking Kamehameha in his hands. It's ready, it's loaded, or the spirit bomb is loaded, bro.
Bruh.
He's still talking shit. I'm like, this guy, bro. Majin Buu just should die already, bro.
Those are the most dramatic scenes I've ever seen as a kid in my life.
Oh, bro, but they were kind of dramatic, eh?
Extremely. That was the first drama for us as kids.
It's very
DBZ.
dramatic.
I want you the cartoons that I used to
Asians are
watch back,
good at that shit.
the cartoons that we used to watch back in the day. Tom and Jerry.
Oh yeah, I remember that one.
The Grim Adventures of
Bill and Mandy.
Looney Tunes. Dexter's Lab.
Robo 3000. Do you remember that?
I don't remember that shit.
Bro, I was a Cartoon Network nerd. Like, I loved Cartoon Network.
Rugrats.
Courage the Cowardly Dog.
I can't wait. That
Good.
shit was, that
Good.
shit was scary as
Good.
shit.
I used to
I
love
watched
that
Courage.
show.
Nigga, that shit was, it's still scary to this day. I remember in 2019,
It's still
I watched
scary.
Yay.
No, it is. It
I
is.
watched in
For real.
2019, dude. I watched all episodes of every single season. That shit is still scary to this day. That episode, Return the Stone.
Bruh.
Yo.
Bruh.
That shit is scary as a motherfucker. I remember we were talking about it at work and we're just like, hey, yeah, won't you Return the Stone? That
We
episode.
were actually, you know what? That's the thing. Oh, Eddie and Eddie, but I'm gonna get to that. But our cartoons were actually kind of like,
resembling our lives.
and they prepared us for life. And most, because I remember there's this one cartoon I used to watch. They were having a funeral. I was like, whoa, that's so deep. I forgot what it was, but I remember watching, and there was a funeral.
Recently?
Yeah, recently, where I was like,
Damn.
wow.
They're preparing kids to.
You know what I'm saying?
Gee.
But it's not a bad thing because it is a cycle of life. I think when cartoons are well structured to the point where they can teach you just about general things in life, that's a good thing.
Yeah, that's true.
Especially, but here's the thing. There's the catch-22 with that shit too. It can go either way because let's talk about drugs. There is another cartoon where I saw they were literally saying, say no to these things if people give you. But everyone knows the minute you fucking introduce drugs to children, you've already plugged it. You've already planted the seed of, what the fuck is that? What, let me see that. Okay, I heard y'all say, let me say no to it, but can I see it?
I won't you. One of the iconic iTunes cartoons. Eddie and Eddie.
I love it, and Eddie.
I won't you. Niggas.
Them niggas, but no, look, I'm a teacher.
Okay.
Now, let me show you now. Them niggas hustled for what? Jawbreakers.
Yeah.
They would hustle the local kids
Yeah.
for jawbreakers. Babishai Scalim.
Yeah. Oh, scammers.
They were scammers.
Credit cards and the scammers.
You know what I'm saying?
Eddie boy. Eddie has that slick back. Wee.
Yo, that nigga was
Mastermind.
slick.
Mastermind.
But at the same time, they also showed you something else. Eddie had a cool brother who would always go away, and by go away, he went to prison.
Oh.
Who would always go away, and then he comes back, and Eddie always wanted to be like his brother.
Oh.
And he was short, and he had the short man complex. He had the Napoleon complex, so he always had to feel like he always had to be smart, so that he could be accepted.
Shit.
You see how cartoons are fucked up?
I didn't see like that he went to jail.
Exactly.
Oh shit.
His brother used to go to jail because we never.
That's why
used to
everyone was
see him.
scared. It was, I know Eddie's
brother's back. Exactly.
Oh,
Exactly.
Shit, but Vele, that's how like the quote unquote hood was back in the day.
Exactly.
Like, oh no, the big brother's back who did this and went away for how long?
Exactly. Cartoons are deep, bro. Cartoons are deep.
Damn, then there was Double D, and then there was Ed.
Ed was stupid. He was retarded. Actually, like he was literally retarded. He was older than all the kids in the cul-de-sac, but he used to hang around thing. No, he was. He was. But he was showing us something else though.
Yeah.
The kid like innocence. That's another thing that he was showing us, and that kids don't necessarily judge, or that kids can be judgmental at the same time, because all the kids used to oust him for being
slow. Yeah.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Nah, I feel you.
Cartoons are deep as fuck, bro.
Damn.
And they resemble. That's the thing. That's what I'm saying. If you're gonna show kids drugs now on cartoons, what are you gonna think? What do you think they're gonna do?
That's true.
Exactly.
Damn.
They used to just water us down with just social behavior.
You see, it wasn't a cartoon. I think it was turned into a cartoon at some stage. But you see the show, the worst produced show of all time, but it's a classic.
What was this?
Power Rangers. We. Yeah, about the pyros, the fake pyro.
The fake pyro. That shit was...
You see, that is iconic.
Annoyed me.
That's iconic. I watched it, choo. It was like, oh. And then they lie down like they actually hurt. And then suddenly everyone, they killed the monster. Everyone's like, yeah. Suddenly they close. Now it's giant. And then they're like, Power Rangers, that's whatever. Megatron, whatever.
Power Rangers form. I remember.
Cling, they link whatever. I remember Power Rangers Ninja Storm. I used to love that shit.
I used to hate
They put their swords together or whatever, or the ninja,
yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
Cling, monster, and then you know that rock music plays, and then they go ga. Labo, those are just fucking what's those toys called? Those toys from like those action figure toys.
Those are ninjas.
No, like just normal toys like action figures.
Yeah.
That's literally what they were doing. They're using action figures and then they were making them hit each other like.
Are you serious?
Bro, that shit was fake. Bro. Power Rangers was fake as shit.
What?
The pyro, bro. The way they used to jump. Bro, they used to overact. And it was the best shit since sliced bread as kids.
You see. That's
Best
why I
shit since
hated
sliced
it.
bread.
Oh, but let me go deeper.
Wee.
Oh, bro, I remember that shit.
Yeah. You see the parts.
Those were fucking deep.
You see, time for Tabby bye-bye. Time for Tabby bye-bye. Now, I couldn't go. Bye-bye, what? Bye-bye, Tinky Winky.
Tinky Winky,
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
That nigga, I think,
But that nigga was gay, though. Did you know that? No, for real, Tinky Winky was gay. He was the first gay person. He was the first gay person.
I wonder Tinky Winky was always sus.
Bro, he was so sus.
Man's always had a handbag.
Deep ass boys.
Man used to get so mad when he lost his bag. Where's Tinky Winky's handbag? Where's Tinky Winky's handbag? Teletubbies were fast. I want you. They were forward into the future. I want you. Element of. We'll break what it did. Oh, bro. I want you. Tinky Winky had his handbag, bro. Man would get so mad. So mad. Like, bye-bye, Tinky Winky. Bye-bye. Bruh. Bye-bye, Dipsy. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, Lala. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, Paul. Bye-bye. Messi. Bruh, I want you to Teletubbies were iconic. I want you, if I ever have kids, I hope not. If I ever have kids, I will sit down, or my nieces and nephews when I get them, or when my siblings have kids, sit them down. Here's Teletubbies. Shoot, bruh. That shit was lit as a kid.
It was lit.
It was lit.
I like Teletubbies over Barney. I don't understand Barney. Barney was weird for me.
Barney taught me how to whistle. Fun fact.
Wow.
Let me tell you very quickly. I was in Yabo Kitty Shuttle type thing, Yabo. Yeah, so I watched an episode of Barney that morning, and they were teaching people how to whistle, and then there was a song that went with it. Like, oh yes I can, and then they'd whistle. Like, they'll sing some shit like that. So I was sitting by the window in the shuttle, man, and I'm just like, oh yes I can. So, and I started whistling, and then all of a sudden I can whistle, and I haven't looked back since. Hi, Barney boy.
So they teach you how to be squatted.
I'm giving myself one. That is stupid. Barney taught me how to whistle. Blues Clues taught me how to
They
like.
taught him how to be a thug. Barney taught him how to be a thug.
Yeah, Blues Clues taught me how to creep around and find clues. I know Blues Clues was the one, bro. Back in the day,
I don't even know what the fuck Blue's Clues is.
there was a blue dog, and they'd have to try and find this painting where his paw was on it or some shit like that. Oh no, he always jumped into something and he went to go find the dog all the fucking time. This dog could not sit still.
I fuck with Peppa Pig. Remember Peppa Pig?
Oh, Peppa Pig, bro.
Fuck with
Dora,
Peppa
bro.
Pig.
I want you. Dora is mad annoying, bro. Dora the Explorer.
But that bitch is high though. How she always getting nuts, bro.
I about Muriel, but Muriel from Courage and the Cowardly Dog. She was like, Courage, let me put my glasses on so I can hear you properly. I Muriel, father. Ah, boy. No one beats
no.
Muriel, bro.
Oh, but yeah, like they used to say that Muriel and Eustace used to make moonshine. That's why they used to live in the outskirts because they had a moonshine business. You know, moonshine.
You were sitting loud at that trap.
Exactly.
No, it's just that it's Courage the Cowardly Dog was basically Courage thinking that everyone are monsters, but it was just normal.
There was nothing. Yeah.
Yeah,
He
that's why
thought-
they were actually so chilled about everything.
Yeah.
And Eustace was just mad as shit.
But he was so courageous.
Yeah, but in his head,
the Cowardly Dog.
the things I do for love.
I'm so gonna watch it tonight.
That shit's scary. Don't watch it. I know, but you know, hey guys, thanks for listening, yo. You know what this is, you know what this was, and this will always be the Let Me Mansplain podcast. Thank you for listening. Let's go.